Welcome to Creatively Exposed, a podcast and safe space for Black and marginalized creatives to empower, educate, and uplift you through the final product of self and creation. Bring a homie, share with a homie, and enjoy the show. Welcome back to Creatively Exposed, and I know it's been a long ass time. There have been episodes that I've wanted to start, and I'm like, I don't have anything to say. But I've gone through a couple of different experiences. I got hella blog posts. Still thinking to see if it's will it only be 3, be 4, whatever. But this is Creatively Exposed, where we rehumanize the creative one episode at a time. And where I'm at is kind of, I don't even think it's a crossroads because I'm not choosing between roads, but it's an evolution. It's like you get to the end of this path and you realize there's a whole all I can think of is the word campagne. So just when you hike real long and you get somewhere and it's waterfalls, mountain, sun, trees, there's this whole world that opens up and you're I want to dive in. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I realized after coming back from a trip that I have been apathetic for a long time, even in creating projects and doing different things, and I get excited, but it's not like I've been inspired by life, by existing, by small things that can be easily overlooked are fulfilling. And I don't even know what to do with that, right? Coming back from this trip, which felt very different to me. It feels very different to me. And I'm fighting to hold on to that feeling of inspiration while being here. It's wild. I'm literally discussing this across mediums. And so we also had a new moon in Leo last week, Wednesday. So it just added to I'm created for a poet's life. And when I think of the poet's life, it is some of the cliche things of going to a small cafe and sitting outside in the sun. I'm kind of also thinking of Olivia Pope and basking in life, basking in the romance that is existing that oftentimes feels elusive. And so I've been in this transitionary period, this growth period, this self-discovery of sorts, and being told that I overthink things and just am told often by the people that love me, just make it happen, just go, just do the thing, versus me wondering okay, but how and when and what time, and so just as I have created art without I'm not a planner. I'm definitely somebody who's like, inspiration strikes and this is how I begin my things. Soliloquy of an Ice Queen was literally just poems that came out of me until I was like, wait a minute, there's something here. Excuse me, it's past my bedtime, y'all. But, and I'm literally recording this from my phone. I have not edited the interview. And sometimes I feel bad about that. But life, I'm doing my best to live it. And so, this whole moment is a renaissance. And it's so perfect that Friday was the Renaissance concert. And something has unhinged within me, and there's so many things consistently reminding me to not lock myself back into wherever I used to be. And so, and that's holistically, it's not just physically, it's breaking out of habits that do not work for me. It is embodying expansion and what that looks like. It is maybe just doing some shit without thinking of how to perfect it. And I think it's beautiful. In one of the concerts, Beyonce said that I have learned that it is not in perfection, but in having fun and joy. That is really the purpose. And so, how do we move while the world is burning? How do we move in a way that forever, however long we're here, it is beautiful? And at least that is the question that I have for myself. I think I have, like many people, I think, allowed survival to take up so much space that I don't know how to live. And there are fears that never used to be here. And me, when I realize some shit, I'm like, oh, it's time to go against the grain again. It's time to lean into the scary thing. It's time to do it scared, to not wait to be ready, and trust that I have the capacity and the spirit team to support wherever I'm trying to go, whatever I'm trying to do. And so, I don't know, right? I don't have all the answers. I'm ruminating, writing notes, blog posting. Imagine a poet who has forgotten to be a muse and to have muses. It's craziness. And so, I am not a robot. There is not a necessity to live within the cyclical thing. And I have done that for myself anyway. And so my birthday is around the corner, which is actually the anniversary of Creatively Exposed as well. I'm saying a lot of ums, but whatever. We're humaning now. We'll see. Every age, I'm about to get astrological on y'all. So every age has this thing called perfection years. And I'm going into my 12th house year, which I feel like I'm already playing in the themes of it. And I want to honor this aching desire to live out loud for myself versus social media. I think outwardly there may be less of me available because I have to go living personally. And I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know how I'm going to get to the places I want to be. But I don't think that's my job in life. My job in life is to create. It is to move. It is to go. It is to pivot. It is to bask. It is to express. At times to be experienced. It's to be living art. And most art has to be created in isolation before it can come to the light. And so that's where I'm at. There's so many thoughts going through my mind, and I am overwhelmed by it all. While I'm working on projects, while I have my plans to release things, to shop things around, in order to continue to want to keep creating, we need muses. A creative with no muse is a little sad. And I think I have been struggling for so long, being burnt out. And sometimes we throw around the word burnt out, but literally running out of enthusiasm is what I mean when I think of being burnt out. Running out of the joie de vivre, the joy of living, and only having it in like little filtered spurts isn't who I am. And I'm excited for this rebirth that is here, that is coming, what the evolution looks like. I think I've been in the pod for a long time. And the goo, I've been the goo. And I think I'm still there, but maybe there's a wing forming now. Like, what I'm gonna do with it, you know? How do I strengthen it? How do I allow enough space for the second one to come out? And that is the golden question. So, these are ramblings. I don't know what direction things will take. I'm definitely still teaching, still writing. I have a manuscript that I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to finishing so that it can be reviewed, plug the things that are missing. But if I'm here to throw out any kind of manifestation, it is to live the most holistically romantic and fulfilling life I've come to live, and whatever that entails. There is a bolero. I don't know how to explain that in English, but there's a bolero that was playing and in the souvenir shop where we were. A whole bunch of boleros. We were all in heaven. My mom was enjoying it because it was like her childhood music, and it was the lyrics for me. So it's Hambre by Blanca Hin, and the nerd in me said, what is her birthday? And it's literally, she is also a Virgo, because I was like, this is speaking too deeply into my spirit. And so hambre is hunger is the translation. But the song, you're gonna have to look for it. But the song is that she's arduously hungry for a love that kills the anxieties and the desperation that she has. I think of that when it comes to life. To be in a canal, to be in a canal on a boat, just rediscovering not only a city, but yourself. How majestic is that? I have done many things that I was supposed to do, that I should do, that I thought was the trajectory, and I know where that road leads, and I'm still on this road of what if and grace. And now my what if is festering within me. And it hasn't happened like that before. I'm gonna follow that. So, for all of my overthinkers, my thought havers, my plan A through Zers, I'd like to challenge you with letting the frequency of life lead. What does that look like? The not wondering how and when and how much and whatever, and you doing the thing, as long, of course, you're not hurting anybody, right? But you do the thing and just see what the fuck happens versus, oh, but what if I suck, or whatever bullshit we tell ourselves. What if you move? What if you take the class? What if you do the karaoke? What if you pitch the thing? Where will you land? Where will you fly? What will you see on your way to either or? I think that is the most important part. The fact that there's so many Afrofuturistic references in the Renaissance World Tour just tells me I am on to something. Why not create the life that I desire legit right now? What are you waiting for? And that's me to me. What permission have I been waiting to receive? I don't know. But time is gonna pass. Do the thing. Do the thing. The worst thing that can happen is that you don't, and you stay living, wondering what if, at least for me. And so those are my thoughts. That is where I'm at. And I am hoping that this, I'm trying to I remember the wording that I had, but it was like something around partially hopeful, I think was the verbiage. I just think of esperanza. You know, there are a lot of awful things happening, but where can we move beauty in, move hope in, move imagination and possibility in our day-to-day? May we not let this raggedy way of living steal that from us, because that's not what our elders allowed us. That is not what our ancestors did and sacrificed and suffered and fought for. This is the wildest dreams of all of us, and aren't we all worthy? And I will leave it right there. So, hopefully y'all could hear all of this, and do not forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. Pas oublier où c'est magique. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Thank you for listening to the show. Check out our Patreon, the website in the show notes. Rate, review, and subscribe or share with the homie. And don't forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. Pas oublier où c'est magique. Take care and see you next week. Have you been lacking in the affirmation department, or what about the inspiration department? I always say at the end of the episode, do not forget that you are magic. This is what astrophysics is: an affirmation, a reminder, and a celebration of the magic, magia, and magique in you. Check out the website astrologistics.com, and it is also in the show notes.